Hello Sagittarius, welcome. Welcome to my channel, I'm Jenny. Here I am, ready for this new Sagittarius reading. Let's begin. Dear Sagittarius, be careful, because there are all kinds of people around you, including those with bad intentions. Pay attention, we'll talk about this and much more. Let's get started. This is a general reading. If there's a message you don't feel connected to, just ignore it. It's also important to check your rising sign to complement the reading. And thank you, Sagittarius, for the lovely comments you always leave me. If you've never left me a comment before, please do. Let's start with the first card for Sagittarius. Here we are, Sagittarius, let's begin. The second card, one more for you, Sagittarius. I see that you've been overthinking things, dwelling on them too much, and what does that do? It makes you feel a bit negative or downhearted. Be careful not to let your thoughts run in circles, because when we overthink, we block the path to solutions. Thinking too much doesn't always help us find what we're truly seeking, and that can weigh you down. However, I have some good news for you, because regarding what's been on your mind, you will soon receive news, good news, and possibly even something related to love. I must also warn you, you're going to receive messages, not only from people but also from higher realms. It feels like your guides, your angels, or your beings of light will be showing you signs and guiding you through this situation that's been worrying you. For many of you, this may be connected to love, but for others, it could relate to a different kind of concern. In any case, your angels are helping you find the solution that perhaps you haven't been able to reach on your own. So let's stop overthinking, because when we get trapped in our minds, we fall into a cycle that only makes us feel more negative. Still, I sense that something beautiful is coming your way, a piece of news that will lift your spirit. This message could very well be connected to love, or perhaps to a personal issue that has been troubling you lately. You'll also be receiving spiritual signs and messages from other planes of existence, so don't worry too much. I also sense that you've had many things weighing on your thoughts lately, and there's something important you need to hear. You don't have to do everything that others ask of you. Don't feel obligated to fulfill every request, because Sagittarius often takes care of family, loved ones, and friends, sometimes putting everyone else first. But remember, you don't have to carry the whole world on your shoulders all the time. Sometimes you must give yourself permission to rest, to prioritize your own energy, and focus on you. Now, if love is on your mind, I feel that a powerful event is approaching, something intense, something that will move your heart deeply. In fact, someone may be watching you, keeping an eye on you, curious about you. Look at this, the King of Cups appears, representing a deep, sincere, and passionate love. This love seems to be at a distance, perhaps on a journey, yet it strongly desires to reconnect and start anew. This applies to many Sagittarius signs. If you're thinking about someone from your past, this could be a time for reconciliation, a softening of the heart, a new beginning. But it could also be someone entirely new, bringing a refreshing start to your love life, because every new love brings a new life with it. And I feel this is very close now. If you keep thinking of someone and can't seem to let them go, it's likely because they're also thinking about you. Their energy is right at the center of this reading, and it's powerful. But there's also a warning I must give you, Sagittarius. Everyone knows who they're dealing with, but be mindful, because sometimes we waste precious time on situations that lead nowhere. Be aware of how much time you've invested, and if too much has passed, don't let yourself miss out on a new love that's already very close to you. Don't let overthinking or hesitation make you lose something beautiful. There's definitely a new love circling around you, so open your eyes, Sagittarius, because it's very near, even if you can't see it yet. Alright, let's continue, Sagittarius, let's keep going. Yes, it's like, well, for some of you, this message will resonate especially if you're feeling tired or drained by a recurring issue in your love life. I can see that some Sagittarians, not all, are simply exhausted, particularly with someone who keeps repeating the same patterns over and over again. It's like this person always does the same thing, disappearing and reappearing with excuses that no longer surprise you, always saying the same words, offering the same explanations. So, I have a message for those of you dealing with someone like that. It doesn't mean you shouldn't take a moment to reflect or reconsider things, it's just a message for a specific group, not everyone. Many Sagittarians are now in a phase of reevaluating their love life entirely, perhaps because they're fed up with someone who never changes, or simply because they're feeling tired of being alone. This message is especially for those of you who keep asking about someone who has gone around in circles, someone who has been dishonest, someone whose behavior remains evasive or unpredictable, saying one thing but acting completely differently. What I do see is that this person is going through a major transformation. We have the World card here, and that symbolizes a turning point, an ending, and a new beginning. It marks the closure of one chapter and the start of another, and this transition is likely to bring something positive for you. That said, this doesn't mean you have to accept that person back into your life, especially if you're emotionally worn out. I see you deeply tired of this situation or this person, and that fatigue is making you question whether it's even worth investing more time and energy. It's clear that a significant amount of your time has been spent on this, and that alone has caused you stress and inner conflict. From the start, I sensed that you've been closed off emotionally, but now I feel you're beginning to open up much more, to people, to new experiences, to life itself. Sagittarians are not meant to feel trapped, you can't afford to sit and wait endlessly. You're naturally free-spirited, and your essence is nomadic. You need to live life fully, with intensity and freedom. Waiting dims your light, and I sense that certain people around you are doing just that, dimming your energy. You must not allow that. You are a being of light, and there's no reason you should let anyone extinguish that brightness within you. Still, this person I mentioned, the one with all the traits we've discussed, is clearly undergoing a personal transformation, not only in relation to you, but also in their own life as a whole. Alright, let's keep going, Sagittarius. Let's see what else is coming up for you. Well, Sagittarius, I'm seeing some personal matters on your mind, areas in your life where you feel uncertain, unsure about what to do next. It seems like there's something quite personal that's weighing on you, and you may be postponing important decisions, perhaps because you're afraid of making the wrong move. But let me tell you this, don't delay any longer. Whatever decision you choose to make will be the right one, because it's the one that aligns with your current path. There isn't just one perfect choice. Any decision you feel drawn to is valid, and it will lead you where you need to go. I sense this has something to do with your family, with your private life, with the structure around your day-to-day existence. I also see changes ahead, new directions that you'll soon take. Sagittarius, you're heading toward a new chapter, new roads, fresh energy. And here's something you need to know, someone is watching you. Someone's been keeping an eye on you, quietly observing. It could be that you've had doubts about a particular person in the realm of love. Whether it's someone new or a figure from your past, there's definitely someone paying attention to you, maybe even checking up on you from a distance. And it looks like something is about to unfold. Look at that, the Judgment card appears. If this person is from the past, I see them trying to show you that they've gone through a transformation, that they've changed their energy in some way. But let's not jump to conclusions. You, Sagittarius, are going to feel uncertain about this. You'll pick up on something that feels slightly off. For those of you who have dealt with negativity in past relationships, be careful. Judgment is a card that speaks of reconnection, of someone wanting to mend things, to restore what once was. It's like trying to go back to square one, starting over again. But I won't lie, the situation comes with hesitation. You're going to sense it. You'll feel unsure. Of course, every Sagittarius is different, so how you respond will vary from person to person. Still, I see you hesitating, questioning, not fully trusting what's being presented to you. So let's see, how will you respond? Sagittarius, I feel you're going to take your time, really reflect deeply before making any decisions. You won't rush into it, and that's perfectly fine. There's no need to rush, this person isn't going anywhere. No one is slipping away. You have time, and you are completely in control of how this unfolds. Alright, let's keep going, Sagittarius. What a beautiful reading, truly vibrant and full of movement. You're about to enter some very active days, filled with energy and dynamic situations. And look at this, kings, all the kings appearing here. If you're dealing with strong personalities, intense or temperamental people, I see someone around you who has a fiery character, someone who doesn't back down easily. But the good news is, Sagittarius, you're going to match that energy equally. You'll meet any challenge head-on. It's like that powerful Sagittarian side of you, the part you may have kept quiet for a while, is finally coming forward. You'll feel more assertive, more decisive, sharper in your words and actions. You'll be setting clear boundaries and speaking your truth without hesitation. And this won't only apply to general situations, this energy will show up in your love life too, so be aware. I also sense that there's someone who's going to mirror your intensity, possibly someone from your family or connected to your work, a person you must deal with directly. When it comes to relationships, if you're currently in a couple, I see that you'll need to have some deep conversations, something that leads to a transformation in the connection. There will be moments where both of you need to reflect and perhaps reset the relationship a bit. And while those discussions might be meaningful, they could also be a little tense, not necessarily full of arguments, but enough to feel that emotional friction. Just a bit of tension, nothing extreme, but it will push you both to address the issues that matter. In a broader sense, I see Sagittarians reevaluating several areas of life. You might find yourself needing to voice your truth at work, in a personal project, or in any area that feels significant. There's a sense of you standing firm, holding your ground, and that's exactly what you need to do. You will come out stronger, and yes, you will succeed. So Sagittarius, I love what I'm seeing here. Also, don't allow yourself to get stuck in situations that aren't within your control. If something can't be resolved right now due to someone else's actions or external obstacles, don't let it freeze you. Keep moving forward. Don't let anything block your progress or slow you down. Life must go on, your energy needs to flow. Now, about this person who wants to enter your life, I told you before, someone's watching you. It's a strong energy, and I don't see anything negative about it. On the contrary, it's someone who is intensely focused on you. They're nervous, anxious even, and definitely keeping tabs on you. What's more, I feel that someone close to them is speaking very directly, even harshly, about you. Yes, they're being told things about you, quite bluntly. Someone in their circle is discussing you in very raw, straightforward terms. Well, I absolutely love this, Sagittarius. Let's keep moving forward. You're radiating with victorious energy right now, and you're also stepping into a phase where expressing your thoughts, asserting your perspective, and making your voice heard becomes essential. There's something you've been waiting for, something important not just for you, but also for your family. It could be anything, a job opportunity, financial support, a special item, or perhaps a long-awaited development. Whatever it is, you've been hoping for it for quite some time. And now, it's finally arriving. The wheel of fortune is turning in your favor, bringing this long-anticipated moment into your life. It comes through a significant event, something that will stand out, something meaningful for you and your loved ones. It truly feels like a blessing from above, something divinely timed, something you prayed for or intentionally manifested. You've been asking for this, whether aloud or in your heart, and now it's on its way to you. Don't worry about how or when, just trust that it's coming. On the emotional side, someone from your past is re-entering the picture. Be careful here, because it seems like an ex-partner may return, and the dynamic between you two could shift dramatically. The situation is changing, and it's not subtle. Someone you know well, possibly an old flame, is energetically drawing you in again, manifesting you with clear intention. I have to say, Sagittarius, I really like what I see. This energy feels aligned. Beyond this, you're also on the verge of receiving a major gift, something special, something that feels like the universe saying, "This is for you." And as the Wheel of Fortune shows us, everything is aligning in your favor. In particular, your financial situation and family matters are being touched by this fortunate energy. If you've been dealing with stress, complications, or unresolved issues in your family life, know that those tensions are about to shift. Whatever problem has been weighing on you or those around you, it's going to turn around completely, and healing will take place in ways you may not have expected. I'm loving this, Sagittarius, so let's keep going. These are your final cards, and they speak of a moment of deep discovery. You're entering a phase in your life where your greatest desire is simply to live in peace and serenity. Yet, it's true that certain things are still creating confusion, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Let me share a few different messages here, because I see that some Sagittarians right now feel misunderstood by love. You may feel like love is absent from your life, or even worse, that it will never arrive. But here's the truth, you need to give yourself the time and space to find the right kind of love. If you're currently single, I can sense a lot of loneliness around you. So, for those Sagittarians who are alone, it's time to take action, because although love is close, it's not going to come knocking on your door out of nowhere. You need to be open and make a move. It's right around the corner, just within reach, but it needs your participation. Something, or someone, is causing a bit of emotional confusion, but in a way that might actually be meaningful. This could be the great love of your life, and someone is about to give you a subtle clue that they have feelings for you. Pay close attention, because a sign is coming your way. Someone is going to show you, even if quietly, that there's an emotional connection between you. I sense that this person may be younger than you, or perhaps the two of you are simply very different in background, personality, or lifestyle. It's also possible that someone close to you will mention something about this person, bringing you new insight into their feelings. In any case, Sagittarius, the time is approaching. The moment is near. Something you've been waiting for in love is drawing closer every day. I'm really enjoying this, Sagittarius. Now yes, they're telling me, these are the final cards. Let's see what they have to say for you. Listen carefully, everything happens for a reason. Life doesn't move randomly. Everything you've experienced, even the difficult moments, served a purpose. I can see that you've already been through a lot, you've suffered more than enough, and now you're starting to pull away. Perhaps you had to walk away from a relationship, or distance yourself from a situation that fell apart completely. For some of you, something ended in a way that left no room for return. And while this message won't apply to everyone, I still sense that someone out there wants to come toward you, someone who's still trying to make their way back into your life. But from what I feel, Sagittarius isn't so easily swayed anymore, not when it comes to a love that once brought pain. That kind of energy, that kind of past, doesn't feel worth reviving. Of course, it will depend on each Sagittarian and what your heart tells you, but in general, I sense that you're much more focused on protecting your peace than reopening old wounds. Now, as for your final card, it speaks of work in progress. There's something in your path, perhaps a project, a personal effort, or a commitment, that you must continue. Keep going, even if you haven't seen results yet, because very soon you will. Something you've been working on, even if it felt like nothing was happening, is finally going to show results. Sagittarius, now yes, that's the end of this reading. I truly loved what came through for you, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so we can stay connected in the days ahead. Thank you so much for being here.